Linda's going to come and sing for us.
I didn't know how appropriate this song would be, but I felt that the man upstairs nudged me a couple times to do it. And as I worked on it, I knew that the message was clear from him. I did want to pay tribute to my second son, Roger. He was, his older brother was just a great athlete, so they talked about him, and Roger didn't talk about anybody or do anything much. He just kind of drifted. His younger brother, Roy, was the kid that had to have all his friends around him, and he was macho and whatever. Roger didn't talk till he was 3. That wasn't that he couldn't, he just didn't have anything to say. And if you go to look for him, he'd be in the sand pile playing all by himself. And then when they played baseball, Roger had the better statistics, but the younger brother Roy had to have the batting glove and all. He put on such a show that he must be the best baseball player. When he was in high school, he wore his hair long and he listened to heavy metal music, which I occasionally told him I thought was just noise. And his father wanted him to be an athlete, but he just wasn't. But he could have been a very good artist. When he graduated from high school, he went into the Navy, and when he came out of there, he hooked up with a gal who was 10 years older than him, who was so afraid of her estranged husband that she had never gotten a divorce. Needless to say, we were a little concerned over that. But eventually they went back to Indianapolis, where she came from, and she got her divorce, and they were married. She had a son who had a little boy, and they told me that Roger would go pick him up and bring him back to the house, and they would watch football games together. He wasn't even 2 years old, but it seemed like he knew that football games were important. And my son said to me, "You know, Mom, I just love that little boy. He's not really mine." Oh, yes, he is. So, one time in there, I went to visit him, one of the few times I got to go there. And he said, "You know, Mom, I finally got it together. I got a job I like, a nice home, new truck, and all I have to do is carry out the trash and dig another hole for Joyce to plant another bush or tree." And then 2 months before his 41st birthday, he was killed in a motorcycle accident. And he was gone, just like that. At the funeral, the church was filled with people who had come to pay their respects to him. And I found that hard to believe because he'd always been so quiet. But he had touched so many people. And I knew then that he was where he belonged, in Indianapolis, because all of his friends were there. When we stepped out of the chapel, he was a member of the Hog Club, the Harley Davidson Club, and there was 40-some motorcycles all lined up in a row, and they all had on their biker garb, and with a police escort, all those motorcycles, and all of us, we flew across the Indianapolis freeway. And when we reached our destination, Joyce said, "Roger would have loved this. He always loved the parades." Well, this song could have been written for him. So I'd like to do it now. It's called "Go West High." When they told me about the accident, I was first shocked,